What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. Yes, our prayers have been answered. Katakuri information is here, and I'm so happy with what they've done with him, honestly. There are some things that have changed, but it's just going to make team building with him just a little bit more difficult, in my personal opinion. But for the character himself and what he aims to do, they've done an exceptional job with this character. I think that, honestly, he might be one of the best super evolutions in the game. Obviously, Snake Man is an exception because he's just that busted, but this character is very, very powerful. So let's go ahead and get into it. Here we go with a version 1 Katakuri Super Evolution Sugo Fest. This artwork, though, oh my lord, this artwork is crazy good. Let me get this up for you guys so you guys can see this this artwork in its full glory. But have a look at this. This artwork is just insane. Oh, I love this. Oh, dude, just everything about this guy. My boy Katakuri coming through, dude. This looks so clean. Really happy about that one. But anyways, let's go back to the Discord. So yeah, 27th of October until the 2nd of November, there's going to be a Super Evolution Island, very similar to Frankie and Sanji, very similar to, who was another one that Super Evolved with an island? I can't even remember off the top of my head, but I know that Nami and V2 Boa also do as well. So same thing is going to be happening here. Oh, NL was the other one I was thinking of. Yeah, so he has his own island, and you can see that there is this quest here where you can drop the skill books for Katakuri, which is kind of cool, including the Colosseum as well. And you can see the Super Evolution skull is purple, so he actually changes color from a strength character in version 1 regular form into his 6+ being an int character. And obviously you can drop limit break materials as well, which is awesome. Well, not limit break materials, but the limit break potions. That's a nice added touch as well. And cotton candy. So that's all well and good, but what does he actually do? So let's go ahead and start talking about the information for Katakuri. Obviously, we have the information for just global stuff, but here we go. This is what he looks like after his 6+. You can see he is an int character. He is now a striker powerhouse. His previous version was a shooter cerebral, so they have definitely shuffled his classes around. Makes a lot of sense considering we knew he was going to be using the Mochi thrust attack. Made no sense for him to be a shooter at this point. It didn't even make sense for him to be a shooter in his first form, considering, you know, the way that his artwork looked. He really should have been a fighter character. Though, to be fair, it is awesome that he is a striker, because it means he can still use Colosseum Kid on his teams, which is always going to be a very good positive. So obviously his limit break abilities don't change. His cooldown does not change either. His regular form is also a 10-turn cooldown. His stats, I will have to look at that. So these are his max stats after his limit break as his regular 6-star form. So if we have a look at this, where is it, the Discord? So 4140 and he goes up to 4244. So he gains about 100 HP. He gains 1890 all the way up to, okay, so about 40 attack and 312 to 310. So yeah, he only gains 2 recovery. But across the board, he gets nice statistical increases. And it is kind of good because with Cotton Candy, of course, that's going to go up to 2033 or 2133. So awesome stats overall. But let's start talking about his actual abilities, which of course is the most important part of the character. Oh boy, here we go. So the captain ability of Katakuri version 1 6+. Boosts the attack of slashers, strikers, driven, cerebral, and powerhouse characters by 1.95 times. Reduces damage received by 20%. Makes strength, sight, recovery, and tandem orbs have beneficial matching slot effects for all characters, and has a chance to delay all enemies by 1 turn based on the damage dealt in the previous turn. So let's start breaking this down, right? So first of all, the classes that he boosts have actually changed, because he now boosts Slasher and Driven. The original version did not boost Slasher and Driven. The original one was Shooter and Fighter. So he loses Shooter and Fighter, but gains Slasher and Driven, which, take it as you will, could be a bad thing. But one good thing about that I can think of immediately off the top of my head, Barto and Cavendish is an amazing sub for version 1 Katakuri 6+, for providing the damage ability with his special, because obviously he's a driven attack booster, so Katakuri will not be boosted by that. But he provides damage threshold, his switch effect is insane, so that's awesome. And the fact that he does boost, he boosts Powerhouse, Striker, he doesn't boost Shooter anymore, which is kind of bad, because this new dual unit coming to Global, I was thinking he's like a perfect character for Katakuri. He doesn't boost Shooter though, so that's kind of a disappointment. But either way, I am very impressed with what they've chosen to do here, especially the attack multiplier. The attack multiplier is massive, right? So let's go ahead and pull up this. So it's 1.95, and that's squared because it's 1.95 multiplied by 1.95 up to a 3.8 attack boost. This attack boost is higher than Lucy. Lucy's a 3.71. This guy's a 3.8 now. That is insane, considering his previous boost was 1.825, and that was only a 3.3 boost. So buffing him up by 0.5 for his attack multiplier is huge. He's going to be doing absurd amounts of damage, and that just adds to the fact that he'll be able to delay all enemies, depending on how much damage you deal. With a 3.8 captain, you're going to be reaching that 2 million threshold way, way easier. And now the fact that he is an int character means that he has no type weakness either. So KATAKURI himself, it just is a better character. He just does what he used to do, but only better this time around. So that's really awesome to see, man. I'm so happy what they've done here. The fact that they've also kept the orbs that he kept matching in the previous version is also the same this time around as well. The fact that he makes side orbs beneficial means KATAKURI himself will never have a negative orb. And I like the fact that they've kept his cerebral or powerhouse classes, because it means Zunisha is still a perfect fit for V1 KATAKURI teams, which is just amazing, dude. What they've done here is a lot better than what I was thinking they were going to do. The fact that he no longer boosts shooter, though, shooter and fighter, that's a big loss. But you do pick up slasher and driven, which is good in its own right. So there are definitely positives and negatives to the classes that he boosts. But I think all in all, for his overall kit, it's really good. Now let's talk about his special, because that has also been changed. So let's scroll down and have a look at this. Remember, 10 turn cooldown. For 1 turn, adds 100 times his attack on top of typeless damage for 1 turn. Like, that's insane already, because if we go ahead and grab this, he's going to have 2133. Multiplied by 100, each unit's doing that much damage times 6, 1.2 million damage guaranteed. So you're always going to be getting that delay. And if they have the the damage immunity or the immunity buff, then you have to deal 800,000 normal damage. With a 3.8 captain, you're going to be doing. So basically, when you activate the special, you're like guaranteed to get the delay off, which is so freaking good, right? So then on top of that, changes block orbs to matching orbs, so that's a nice touch. For 2 turns, Slasher, Striker, Driven, Cerebral, and Powerhouse characters will treat color orbs as beneficial. That is a nice touch. He no longer does orb manipulation for the type slots, he just makes them beneficial. I think that's pretty good, actually. And it is for 2 turns as well. That's pretty big, actually. That is pretty big, because it means that, you can activate it, and then that turn, you're basically guaranteed to get the delay, and then also for that turn that you're attacking, and the next turn, you get beneficial orbs for your entire team. And it says, when you hit 3 perfects this turn, boost damage against delayed enemies by 2 times on the following turn. Like, they've done a really good job with KATAKURI. This is exactly what we all wanted. Unfortunately, his delaying effect does not like carry over to a new room. You can't deal like 2 million damage, then in the next room you would get a delay. It's only on that same room, which, can be a good and a bad thing. But if that would like carry over to the next room and you get like a guaranteed delay conditional boost on the next room, that would be kind of bonkers. But like, dude, I'm so happy with this, man, because the fact that he's a delayed, he gives you the conditional boost the turn after. And remember, on that first turn you activate the special, you get the 1.2 million damage guaranteed with the tap timing bonus. All block orbs are matching, and your type slots are going to be counted as beneficial. And then obviously you get that conditional boost on the turn after. Just everything that they've done here is perfect for the character. It's just going to come down to what kind of teams will you be able to build with Striker, Slasher, Driven, what else is it? I always forget what they are. Slasher, Striker, Driven, Cerebral, Powerhouse. What kind of teams will you be able to build there? Obviously, some of the characters that you could use with old KATAKURI are still going to be able to carry it over here. Characters like, Colosseum Neptune, who was still an amazing character for KATAKURI. Or both the original Colosseum Neptune and Neo Colosseum Neptune, both can be used with this guy. He gets full boost from that, which is awesome. And he's still one of the best Colosseum units in the game. And you're still going to be able to use this guy with that. Unfortunately, like, losing the shooter class is big, because it means you can't use Colosseum Magellan. It means you can't use Colosseum Kid for his full boost either. Obviously, you can still use them on the team, but they're not fully boosted, of course. So Striker and Powerhouse, well, you can use a Friend Kaido, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Friend Kaido is still able to be used here. Quick Whitebeard is still able to be used here. What else can you use? Like, there's lots of options with this, which is good, and that's one of the cool things I love about this character, is that there are so many options for team building. And he's such a unique character. Like, no other character in the game is as unique as this character in terms of what he can provide to your team. A character that can get a guaranteed delay off with a 2x conditional boost, as well as providing matching ults for your crew. Like, there's not much that this guy can't really do at this point. This guy out here right now. I'm so excited for this. I really cannot wait for this to come out to Global to play around with him. Hopefully we get the video soon of his attack animations. I'll be very excited to see what that's going to be all about as well. But that's going to wrap it up for this video. I am pumped for the Super Evolution of V1 KATAKURI. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video today, and if you guys did, make sure to leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But other than that, guys, I will see you guys within the next video.